Hey, friends! Easter is upon us, so I thought we should look at some Easter stuff. Namely, a classic MGM musical from 1948, Easter Parade, starring Fred Astaire, Judy Garland, and Peter Lawford, with songs written by the legendary Irving Berlin. Studios were kinda known for making certain kinds of movies. Warner's, for example, made good crime pictures, but MGM was the marquee name for musicals, just like this one. So what's it all about? Well, our story goes like this. Fred Astaire is a happy fella one Easter in 1911. He wants to propose to his dance partner and go on tour, but hold up, boss. Turns out the lady is dumping him for a solo contract. So Fred is kinda blue and decides to find another dance partner. He figures he can make anyone a star, so when he literally bumps into Judy Garland in a small nightclub, he spontaneously offers her a gig as his new dance partner. Unfortunately, Judy doesn't know anything about dancing and is kind of a klutz. But eventually, Astaire makes it work and the team become a hit. And of course, they're falling in love. So's this guy, Fred's best friend, but he sees the writing on the dance floor. Anyway, through ups and downs, our couple try to make it. Can they succeed? Will they find true love? Will they be able to keep their date to march in the Easter Parade? The Easter Parade, as depicted in the movie and the famous song, was a real thing. The society ladies would march around on Fifth Avenue in New York on Easter, sporting their Easter bonnets. And the song mentions another real thing called the Rotogravure. The photographers will snap us, and you'll find that you're in the Rotogravure. The Rotogravure was a special newspaper supplement. See, at the time, newspapers had just figured out how to print photographs on newsprint. Before, they had to use engravings. So this pictorial supplement was a big deal that was issued for special events like the Easter Parade. And sure enough, we see in the movie the photographers snapping pictures of the ladies in their hats for the Rotogravure. In our cast, there is, of course, the one and only Fred Astaire. Astaire was not just a dancer, he was also an actor, a singer, and even a songwriter. Just look at what Fred is doing here in this toy store number early in the picture. He isn't just dancing. He's also moving and hitting marks. He's singing, playing the drums, twirling the drumsticks, and on top of all that, he's also acting with the kid in the scene and making it all look graceful and effortless, all in long takes. Just think about that. Could you imagine this idiot doing even a fraction of those things simultaneously? Fred Astaire alone would be reason enough to watch Easter Parade, but then there's the great Judy Garland. And, well, she's great, of course. She's Judy Garland. What else is there to say? And we have Peter Lawford in one of his best roles, frankly, as the friend and other love interest. Really liked him in this. He doesn't get a lot of screen time, but he's pretty good here. Besides our three name brand stars, Ann Miller plays the other love interest and former partner for Fred. Now, get this. She had to perform with a back injury. She had to wear a back brace during her dance numbers and was in a lot of pain. And you know what? You can't tell, like, at all. Again, can you picture Brie Larson doing that? Not dancing, because I know she's not a dancer, but just performing under those conditions and those circumstances? Nah, me neither. But that was the kind of dedication, talent, strength, and chutzpah that Ann Miller had, and Doris Day had, and Judy Garland had, and others had. The kind of thing today's actors don't have. They may call themselves activists and have pronouns in their bio, but they can't hold a candle to real stars, real professionals like Miller. And that's another reason why I just love older movies. We don't see stars like these anymore. Maybe a Hugh Jackman, maybe George Clooney, maybe a few others. Not many. Anyway, we also have this guy, Jules Munchin, who plays a frustrated head waiter. Easter Parade was a sort of screen test for him. Producers would put an actor in a smaller role like this and see how audiences reacted, and if they liked the actor, other roles would follow. And that was the case with Munchin, starring alongside Frank Sinatra and Gene Kelly in 2 pictures the next year, On the Town and Take Me Out to the Ball Game. And Ann Miller's maid, Essie, was played by Jenny Lee Gahn. Among other things, she appeared in the Cab Calloway picture Heidi Ho. That's in the public domain if you want to watch it. And finally, if you look fast, Joi Lansing appears in an early role as a hat model. Irving Berlin was, of course, a songwriting legend. He wrote God Bless America, White Christmas, Blue Skies, and the title song of this movie, Easter Parade, among many, many, many more. Now, Irving Berlin had written songs for decades, and he had this huge back catalog of songs, so whenever he worked on, say, Holiday Inn or White Christmas or this picture, he could draw on songs he already had available. Plus, he wrote new ones for the pictures too. But here, he was able to select some songs that fit the time period the movie was set in, around 1911. So they had the right sound from that era. Pretty cool, huh? Easter Parade is a bona fide classic in all the ways. Great music, great songs, great dancers, and great stars. It's a classic for a reason. I'm giving Easter Parade 3 3/4 paws up, a classic musical and definitely worth a watch. If you're not into musicals, at least watch Fred Astaire's dance numbers. They're incredible. You take care, and I'll see you in the next one.